call this meeting to order. Please take your seats. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, 5 o'clock meeting for the Vineland Board of Education. Roll call, please, Mr. Mustarell.
Mr. Bono.
Here.
Mr. Fiocchi.
Here.
Mr. Harris.
Here.
Mrs. Perez.
Here.
Mr. Santiago.
Here.
Mr. Silva.
Here.
Mrs. Vasquez.
Here.
Mr. Rivera.
Here.
Mr. Holmes.
Here. In compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law, commonly referred to as the Sunshine Law, the Vineland Board of Education has caused notice and posting of this meeting to be sent to the following, announcing time, place, agenda, etc. The Daily Journal, S&J Today, Press of Atlantic City, Vista Bueno, the Clerk for the City of Vineland, and the Administrative Office Public Bulletin Board. Please rise for the flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Mustarell, is there a resolution for executive session?
There is. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of the City of Vineland School District will convene an executive session for the following reasons outlined in NJSA 10:4-12. Discussion is about a contract negotiation, employment matters, and any other matters falling within the attorney-client privilege to the extent that confidentiality is required in order for the attorney to exercise his ethical duties as a lawyer.
Motion and second for executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Bono.
Yes.
Mr. Fiocchi.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mrs. Perez.
Yes.
Mr. Santiago.
Yes.
Mr. Silva.
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez.
Yes.
Mr. Rivera.
Yes.
Mr. Holmes.
Yes, we'll convene into executive session at a later time in the agenda. Dr. Lahara, special presentations, please.
Absolutely. Myself, Dr. Ariel Lahara, Superintendent of VPS, will recognize the County Teacher of the Year, the Cumberland County Teacher of the Year, our very own, our pride and joy, Dr. Jeffrey Martin. All right, team, at this time, we're going to do a photo op. I'll definitely invite Jeff there. Lauren would be nice, and we'll take some photos. Woo. Another round of applause, team.
We'll invite Dr. Martin for a brief speech.
It'll be a little bit longer than your last meeting, so we're good. Relax, just kidding. Good evening, President Holmes, Vice President Rivera, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Lahara and Central Administration, colleagues, friends, and family. Before anything else, I want to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who took time out of your busy summer to be here. Having so many people who have shaped and supported my journey gathered here tonight makes this recognition all the more meaningful. I'm deeply humbled to receive the honor of being named Cumberland County Teacher of the Year for the school year 2026 and 2027. And I look forward to representing Vineland Public Schools and sharing the remarkable work that happens in our classrooms each and every day. 10 years ago, just behind this building at Catone Stadium, I accepted a diploma on behalf of Vineland High School's class of 2016 in recognition of our achievements. At the time, I didn't think I could have felt any prouder. But here we are. I now have the privilege of once again representing not just Vineland High School, but our entire Vineland Public Schools community. to join the ranks of so many legendary Vineland educators, including Carolina Mills, Terry Kuhnreich, Vicki Yeager, Daisy Mercado, and of course, Dr. Kristen Speakman. It's an incredible honor. I have long been inspired by their service to our students and their dedication to the field of education. It's in the education arena that the work of transforming and strengthening a community is done. When I addressed my graduating class a decade ago, I used my voice to call attention to what was important to us, the students of Vineland High School. Over the past 5 years as a teacher, however, I've come to realize that my role has changed. I no longer see myself simply as an advocate, someone who speaks for others, but as an amplifier, someone who ensures others are heard. It's a subtle difference, but an important one. And while I will always advocate for my students and their families, the legacy I hope to leave in Vineland is one of equipping tomorrow's leaders with the tools, the vision, and the fortitude to advocate for themselves. I was reminded of that lesson this year when I was nominated for Teacher of the Year at Rossi by the grandmother of one of my former students, Josiah. Josiah was in my very first class, and for nearly a month, he hardly spoke to me. On one particularly challenging morning, Josiah's grandmother sent me a message urging me to handle him with care. He was anxious, he was sad, he didn't want to come into school. So when he got dropped off that morning, we changed our plans. Instead of the lesson I had carefully prepared, we sat on that rug. We played together and we talked. It was slow going at first, but little by little he began to laugh, to speak, and eventually to let me into his world. At that moment, I wasn't trying to be his voice, I was helping him to discover his own. Teaching isn't about removing every obstacle from a student's path. It's about giving each and every learner, regardless of their starting point, the confidence to overcome those obstacles for themselves. Had I stepped in too soon, prioritizing the demands of a second grade classroom, maybe he would have gotten on task and completed an assignment. But I would have taken away something much more important, his agency. Instead, I gave him the space to discover what he was capable of, and that has made all the difference. As Cumberland County Teacher of the Year, I'm excited to continue the important work of amplifying student voices, especially this year as I begin my next chapter of my VPS journey, teaching history at Vineland High School. So many people have asked, what motivated this move after 5 of the most rewarding and fulfilling years of my life at Rossi? The truth is, it's hard to put into words just how much Rossi has given me. It's where I grew into the teacher I am today, where I was challenged, supported, celebrated, and constantly reminded of why I chose this profession in the first place. But more than that, Rossi became like a second home. The students, families, colleagues, friendships, and countless little moments along the way have left a mark on me that I know I'll carry throughout my career. Leaving doesn't change how much this community means to me or how grateful I am to have been a part of it. As the saying goes, once a Rossi owl. But I also felt a calling to return to my roots, to Vineland High School, the place that gave me so much to me long before I ever became a teacher. It was there that I began to find my own voice, discover who I was, and imagine who I could become. Now, returning as an educator feels a little like coming full circle. I have the opportunity to give back to the school that helped shape me and hopefully pay that gift forward, helping a new generation of students discover their own voices and recognize that they too are capable. And as I return to Vineland High School, I'm carrying with me a philosophy that has become central to the educator I hope to be. As Dr. Ross Stanger is known for saying, learn for learning's sake. Those words are simple, but I believe they speak to something profound about the purpose of education. In a profession increasingly measured by grades, assessments, standards, and outcomes, we cannot lose sight of the inherent value of learning simply because there is more to know. Our responsibility is not only to prepare students for the next test, the next grade, or even the next chapter of their lives. Our responsibility is to awaken their curiosity, to teach them to question, to wonder, and to discover the joy that comes from knowing something that they didn't know before. Ultimately, the greatest thing we can give our students is not every answer, it is the confidence to find their own answers, the courage to use their own minds, and the desire to never stop learning. Thank you for this incredible recognition and for allowing me to share a piece of my story with you this evening. I leave here today deeply grateful for the journey that brought me to this moment, incredibly proud of the communities that have shaped me, and more inspired than ever for what lies ahead. It is truly the honor of a lifetime to begin this school year representing our educators and students as the 2026-2027 Cumberland County Teacher of the Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, for keeping it brief. Mrs. DeMarchi will provide an update on the grading guidelines.
Okay. Good evening, President Holmes, Vice President Rivera, board members, Dr. Lahara, Cabinet, and Vineland Public Schools community. Before we begin, I just wanted to share that I have a number of our grading guideline committee members here that will assist with this presentation this evening. So tonight we're excited to share the updated grading guidelines for the 26-27 school year for both elementary and secondary. These revisions are a result of several months of collaboration. Just go to the next slide here. Involving 61 educators from across the district, including teachers, principals, directors, instructional coaches, and supervisors. With both the elementary and secondary committees, we reviewed staff feedback. Just to give some background, we started out with sending a survey to both elementary and secondary staff to gain feedback and insight on how they would like to see our future grading guidelines. We came together as our committee members. We reviewed the staff feedback, the current grading practices that we had in place. We identified strengths and areas for improvement. Throughout the entire process, there was a guiding question that we continued to revisit. And it was, do our grading practices accurately communicate what students know and what they're able to do? That question shaped every recommendation you will see this evening. I just wanted to quickly share before I turn it over to the committee. For elementary, when we sent out the feedback, we received 63 responses for the survey, and at the secondary level, we received 91 responses. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to some of the members of our grading guidelines for elementary.
Good evening. My name is David Kroon. I am the supervisor of mathematics here at Vineland Public Schools, and I'm going to start us off talking about our elementary grading guidelines. Going to what Ms. DeMarchi said about our guiding principle about our grades accurately reflecting the learning of our students, when we looked at those survey results, only 16% of respondents agreed that they did. So we kind of had that starting point to know we need to address this properly for each of our content areas, and that leads to probably what is going to seem one of the bigger changes, and that's the method that these grades are going to be done. In the past, it was broken down between categories between tests, projects, quizzes, homework, and classwork. When we looked at that within the different content areas of math, science, ELA, social studies, we saw that each content area needed something a little bit different to accurately reflect the learning. So from there is where we developed a point-based system, where each one of those contents are able to establish certain point values for different types of assignments to provide that accurate representation by content. With that, one concern that we had as a committee and was echoed by our instructional coaches was how would parents and students interact with these grades and view these grades in the new system versus the old system. So that was something that we tested, and I can personally count and say that there is no real difference for how a parent's going to view it. While yes, the assignment may be at a different number of points, what they're used to seeing in Genesis and the parent portal does not change, and they'll be able to accurately see how their grades are going to be there. Within those different point values, it is going to look a little different for each content area, and for that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Dang, our ELA and Social Studies Supervisor at the K-5 level.
Good evening. Thank you, David. So when looking at now the number of grades across, it will now be uniform and consistent across schools, especially with K to 5, in terms of there will be within the grade level assessment plans exactly what assignments are in place already in order for schools across, no matter what grade level, to have consistency throughout. Before, there was with maximum totals per marking period. Now, only assignments on the grade level assessment plan are submitted and half completed before mid-marking progress reports as well. And I'm going to turn it over to Principal Daisy.
Good evening. I'm Daisy Mercado, the principal at Petway, and I am going to speak to the minimum grade of 50. Originally, if a student completed an assignment or did not complete it, we would input a 50 into the grade book. If they achieved a 20, it would still become a 50. So moving forward, if a student does not complete an assignment, they will receive the 0, and they will also receive the grade that they have earned. So if they earned a 20, that is what will be inputted into the grade book, so the 50 will be eliminated.
Hello, my name is Amanda Armstrong. I'm the instructional coach at Petway Elementary School, and I am going to speak about, hold on, I gotta make this a little bigger so I can see here. I'm gonna talk about the homework changes for this upcoming year. Previously, homework served for a valid learning purpose. There was no rubric to go off of it. This year, it's going to be very intentional with a rubric that is used so that the students are able to have learning habits and the rubric component of the grading system.
Hi, good evening. My name's Carly O'Donohue. I'm the principal at Dr. William Menney's school. We looked at the survey data and listened to our teachers when Mrs. DeMarchi had several meetings for us, and a big concern was the reassessment. Teachers felt that the grades weren't reflecting the students and the work they were putting in. So this was something that we had a lot of focus on. So the first area is our curriculum teams over the summer, which is supervisors and teachers work to pick certain assignments, and only those assignments can be reassessed. Once the teachers see those assignments, anything below a 70 is eligible to be reassessed, and below a 60 must be reassessed. Again, just on those specific assignments. This part I like the most. There's a minimum of 3 school days of reteaching before the student can take the assessment. So we're ensuring that the students are getting that instruction that they need so that the assessment can measure exactly what they know. The highest possible reassessment score is 70. And each reassessment occurs once. They also have 3 opportunities for that reassessment, and then it resets each marking period.
Okay, so they were the revisions for our current policy for elementary, and now we are moving on to our secondary.
Good evening. I'm Rosalind Rosado, the principal of Thomas Wallace Middle School, and my portion is the grading breakdown at the secondary level. So 25-26, we had, and the weighted amounts for them. So tests were 30%, alternative assessments were 30%, quizzes 25%, classwork, homework was at 15%. After the revisions, we combined the tests and alternatives to call them majors, and that's weighted at 45%. Minors, which are quizzes, are weighted at 35%, and supplemental, such as classwork and homework, is weighted at 20%.
Good evening, Justin Adams, Principal of Vineland High School, Tanner Building. I'm briefly going to talk about assignment minimums. In the past policy, we had the floor of assignment minimums were 8 graded assignments with a ceiling of 20. The floor was raised a bit to 10 minimum assignments, giving students that extra opportunity to A, showcase that they understand the material, or B, make up a grade if they perform poorly on a singular assessment. And then for mid-marking period assessments, across the board, previously we had a 1-1-1 as a minimum assessment. We are actually increasing that to 2 major, 1 minor, and 2 supplemental grades by mid-marking period.
So looking at those assignments that those students will have to complete, we talked about the minimum grade. Similar to how elementary had that 50 rule, there was also a minimum grade rule on the marking period at the high school. At the high school, all 4 marking periods, the lowest grade a student could receive is a 40, even if their student earned a 10 or 15 for that marking period grade. And again, in effort to make sure the grades are accurately reflecting these students, we adjusted that guideline to, instead of being all 4 marking periods, to be the first 2 marking periods. We do recognize that as students are coming off of summer at the secondary level and transitioning from elementary to middle school, there are some hardships that they may incur or some additional responsibilities they may have at home. So we wanted to keep that 40 minimum in there for those first 2 marking periods, but the third and the 4th marking period, they will not have that 40 there. We also had that reassessment issue at the secondary level where we were seeing the grades being inflated by those. So when we addressed it at the secondary level, went into those major assessments. So we heard earlier that the major, minor, and supplemental will be the new categories. A student can only reassess 2 major assessments per marking period per content area. With the reassessment grade, there was a lot of discussion back and forth on whether it should be an average, higher of the 2, or some other combination, maybe capped at a certain level. We ultimately decided on the higher of the 2 grades, kind of equating it to, say, the driver's test that these students are going to take in high school, where if they are not successful the first time, they can still retake it and have the higher score kept, or any of the licensure assessments that any of us would take in the professional world. And for the last one, absences and failures, we're going to turn it over to Mr. Mike Snyder, our assistant principal at the Acelta building.
Good evening, everybody. As Mr. Kroon mentioned, I'll be talking about how we are treating missing assignments and when students are absent. Most specifically, the biggest change that we had for this next year is how we are treating assignments that are missed when a student is absent. When a teacher puts grades in the grade book in the Genesis portal, they have the option, in addition to just putting a grade in, of selecting incomplete, excused, absent, or missing. It's pretty straightforward. A missing assignment counts as a 0. We shouldn't be giving credit for work that is not done. But in the past, when an assignment was marked as absent, the student was absent when an assignment was done, Genesis nullified that grade and did not factor it into the marking period average. So what that did is it created a lot of confusion. You know, kids have always been responsible for work that they miss when they are not in school, and we have tried to impress that on them as we push to continue improving our attendance numbers. But it was very confusing when a student would miss 4 or 5 days or 5 assignments from being absent, and their grade would not reflect that they had missed anything. They might have an 80 or an 85 average. And at the end of the marking period, the teacher could either choose to excuse those assignments and then miss opportunities for assessing mastery of content, or they would go ahead and mark those assignments as missing, and a student would be hit with a big drop in their grade at the last minute. So now when a teacher marks an assignment absent because a student was not there when it was done, Genesis will calculate that grade as a 0 until the assignment is made up. Now, the district policy says that students have a reasonable amount of time to make up assignments when they are absent. We are interpreting that as a day for each day they are out of school. So if a student is absent for 2 days, they would get 2 days to make the assignment up. Of course, if there are extenuating circumstances, extended illnesses, hospital stays, deaths in the family, anything like that, teachers can make allowances for additional time, but the standard operating procedure would be, a day out, a day back to make the assignment up. And then lastly, with regard to our final exams, there is no change to our procedure from last year. Final exams at the high school will count as 1/9 of the overall grade. There is no floor to those grades, and students who have earned an A average through 4 marking periods are exempt from taking the final exam.
I just wanted to note that during our secondary committee grading guidelines meetings, Mr. Snyder, he was a teacher representative at the time, and now he is an assistant principal. So communication, we know, is essential, and we have uploaded parent letters on our Genesis portal to our families, back to school nights, opening day presentations. We will continue to not only share this message with our families, but as well to our students in our syllabuses, in our back to school events. So we do recognize that this is a big change, but we think it is a well-needed change to accurately reflect our student learning. Does anybody have any questions for us at this time?
Board members, any questions or comments? Mrs. Perez.
Mr. Marchi, I want to go back to the elementary policy comparison, and if we could look at 2627 policy, could you expand on the reassessment? I'm not quite sure, minimum 3 school days for reteaching. Who's doing the reteaching? When is that being done, or how is that being done?
Right. So one of the things that we talked about during the committee process was we wanted to make sure that our students were successful in learning the content. So not just to give them a test. Again, we wanted them to be able to learn that material. So the reteaching would happen in the class period, just as the reteaching has occurred in previous years.
So the teacher, they took a test, they didn't pass the test, they're on to the next chapter or whatever, so the teacher has to come back and teach.
They would reteach, whether it be in a small group, whether it be one-on-one, but yes, the teacher would be reteaching before the reassessment would occur.
Okay, thank you.
Further questions? Thank you, Mrs. DeMarchi.
Thank you. And thank you
Thank you
to our
all.
Grading Guidelines Committee for being here and supporting through this process.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
There are no HIB or suspension reports. Any questions or comments on the minutes that are linked to the agenda for August 5th, combined meeting? Take a motion and second to approve those minutes.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Bono?
Yes.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Committee reports. We don't have any. Public meeting report by the board solicitor.
None at this time.
Thank you. Public comment on agenda items or any other matter, please limit yourselves to 3 minutes. The yellow sheets, Mr. Mustro.
I have one yellow sheet, Larry Garrity Jr. Come on up. Thank you.
Hello? All right. Sorry, I sat way in the back. Wish more people were here. This seems like a really important meeting. Real quick, I'm just going to tell something because it's been going on in Vineland, is the data center. So it got approved, so there's going to be low frequency vibrations. It affects mental and physical health. You have 3 schools within a mile or to 2 miles of that data center. I think it'd be a good notification to send out parents. I don't know if it's your job, I just wanted to put it out there. Another thing was, there was an event recently that mentioned community leaders and religious leaders getting together about the school district. And I'm a little confused by that because it's a public school. So I want to know like more. And I do have another question. I guess it's for the solicitor. So Board of Education members that use their account as Board of Education to do Board of Education activities, can they block residents? Their social media accounts? I was just wondering, because like a congressman cannot block you. So I was sure the same thing for a Board of Education member that uses their account for purely Board of Education activities. Can they block you? It's just a question. I don't like that answered. Another question is, my nephew came home praying. He goes to public schools. We don't practice religion. I was just wondering why. I don't want like anybody get a lawsuit. The teacher telling kids to pray. That's a lawsuit. Another one is I work across from the high school, so a bunch of the high schoolers come to me with some concerns they have because they know I get involved in community activities. And one of your Board of Education members has been going up to high school students for what they wear, and because it's politicized and they don't agree with it, they confront them about it in high school, like in the schools. I don't think that's appropriate. Another one is a pro-LGBTQIA plus teacher who's being currently targeted by certain school board members and ones that are going to run. She's like one of the few. I think it's really screwed up. People need a safe space to go to. And my last thing is Mr. Holmes. I just want to thank you. I heard you're not running again, and I just want to thank you for your service, because putting up with this city and doing it for so long, and I just want to thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. My stomach dropped when you said my name, so thank you for that. Ended on a positive note. Wonderful. Okay. Anything?
Anybody else wishing to speak?
No.
Seeing none?
All right. Superintendent Dr. Lahara.
All right, discussion. All right, discussion and approval regarding procedures and operations, items 2.1 through 2.6.
Questions or comments? Motion and second for approval of 2.1 through 2.6.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Bono?
Yes.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mrs. Silva? Mr. Silva? Sorry. Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Discussion and approval regarding finance items 4.1 through 4.4.
Any questions or comments? Motion and second for approval.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Bono?
Yes.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Mr. Silva votes yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Any old business? Any new business? You good, Mr. Bono? All right. Board member remarks. I'll start with Mr. Bono.
Thank you, Cedric. I'd like to wish everyone good luck, to all of our staff members, administration, students on a healthy, happy, and successful school year. I wish everyone the best. I hope to see our largest crowd thus far for our third annual Back to School Extravaganza, which is tomorrow. I've been to 2 of them so far, and they're great events. So looking forward to tomorrow. Special thanks to all the people involved in organizing the event, and good luck tomorrow. Hopefully we have some nice weather for it. And then I'd like to send my well wishes, thoughts, and prayers to all our transportation department, bus drivers, crossing guards, and security guards. Sometimes they go without thanks, but I'd just like to wish them the best on a successful school year. Thanks for all you do to get our students to and from school, and always doing your part to keep our students safe and sound. So thank you.
Mr. Harris.
Thank you. Just want to say congratulations to Dr. Martine. I've enjoyed working with you. As I've told you before, I'm impressed with your dedication, how much you put into our kids, and I'm sure the high school is going to be happy to have you. I enjoyed watching you work with the younger kids, but I understand you want to move up. So congratulations, and thanks for all the hard work. Keep it up.
Mr. Silva.
Yes, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Martine. This well-deserved recognition reflects your dedication to students, passion for education, and commitment to excellence in the classroom. Thank you for the positive impact that you have done for all of our kids, and I know the high school is going to definitely benefit from you being there. Thank you.
Mr. Fiocchi.
Good evening, Dr. Martine. Congratulations. We're very lucky to have you here. Our students are very lucky to have you here, and wish you the best of luck at the high school next year.
Mr. Santiago.
Ditto. For Dr. Martine, I saw you, I heard you speak. I love what you do. I also wanted to thank our deepest gratitude to 2 of our staff members who are retiring this year with a combined service of 45 years of dedication to our community, which is great. They are Ms. Carmen Diaz for 20 years of devoted service as a cafeteria and playground aide at DiPolito. I want to say DiPolito, but I was corrected. Carmen's care, patience, and daily commitment have ensured a safe, nurturing, and joyful environment for our kids for generations to come. 20 years is a lot of years. And also Ms. Susan Simpson, who retires in January, but she has 25 years of service as a security guard at Bars for a quarter century. She's been steadfast guardian of our schools, providing secure, welcoming, and safe environment for our students. And again, we thank them for that. And we thank them for all their contributions to our community here at Vineland. Thank you.
Ms. Vasquez.
I echo the sentiments of my peers here. And I told Dr. Martine you're having quite a year, and it's pretty extraordinary to see. And for that, we're so proud to have you on board. We're proud to see your growth professionally and your passion for teaching and caring for our students. We can always be proud of that. 2, we're excited about tomorrow's back to school extravaganza. This would be, last year I participated in it and I was just blown away. And tomorrow I look forward to being here as well and just being a blessing to our community. And I will say one thing before I pass it on. In terms of faith-based organizations, we're all aware that...
Ms. Vasquez, let's not touch it, please. I'm just going to advise you, please don't touch it.
Will do.
Ms. Perez.
So, about faith-based, no, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it, I'm so sorry. Dr. Martine, congratulations. We know that you will represent our county well. And the other thing I want to say is thank you for staying within our district. Thank you for being an advocate for the students, and I know that we need to keep our best and brightest here, so thank you so much. We appreciate you very much. Looking forward to being at the extravaganza tomorrow, and I just want to say good luck to a new school year. It's an exciting time. Go out and do that school shopping and, you know, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the little bit of time that you have left with your children, or don't enjoy it, you know, I don't know. So, but I'm looking forward to a great school year with a great board, and I know we have great things coming. Suzette, thank you for you and your department and for all the work that went into this. I remember when we started talking about it way back when, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great evening, everyone.
Vice President Rivera.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start off by thanking the committee that put together the grading system presentation. I love it, I love it, I love it, because you put responsibility back on the students. And that's always been, many of us petition that we put it back on the students, that they get the grades that they deserve and that they earn. And that is amazing. I'm grateful that we're going in that direction, and I can't wait to see the progress that our students are going to make. Dr. Martine, congratulations. Did he leave? No, there he is. Congratulations, Dr. Martine. Well-deserved. I know you're dedicated to our students. You're dedicated to the students at Rossi. You're going to be dedicated to the students at Vineland High School, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do. And just for the record, if anyone wants to change their mind and come back to Vineland Public Schools, Jeff Martine is another reason why you should come back to Vineland Public Schools, the best school district in New Jersey. So anyone that's out there, it's not too late. Any eighth graders out there that made a decision to go somewhere else, it's not too late. Come back to Vineland Public Schools. We'll take you, we'll welcome you home. Back to school, we getting ready for that, we're gearing up ready for back to school, and we're all excited. It's always an exciting time of year when we start a new year. Last year, what happened last year doesn't matter. It's fresh start. Fresh start this year. Fresh start on September 3rd. Students, be ready, get ready to work. I'm excited. We're about to jump on a rocket ship, Dr. Lahara. We're about to jump on this rocket ship. So jump on, because if not, if you don't get on, you're going to be left behind, and then you're going to say, man, I should have jumped on that rocket ship. So thank you again, all the best, and have a great night.
Dr. Lahara.
All right. So just want to thank everybody for coming out today. I really enjoy looking into the crowd and seeing human beings. So I appreciate that. Super excited about the extravaganza tomorrow. We're trying to go 1,000 plus strong. We have great opportunities and great vendors that are here to ensure that we provide every resource you need. And if we can't, please have those conversations with us. Our job is to meet the demands of our constituents, our parents, our community, and our students. I want our staff to enjoy the rest of their summer break. I cannot wait till September 2nd when I get to warmly embrace our paraprofessionals, our bus drivers, our teachers, our first responders. Everybody at Vineland Public Schools has an equal platform and a large trajectory of how we improve student outcomes. So super excited to meet you guys. Dr. Martin, once again, congratulations, not only for being the Cumberland County Teacher of the Year, but also the Big Brother of the Year. So multiple awards coming your way. Let's give that young man another round of applause. Well deserved. I want to thank our constituents, our legislators, our amazing mayor here in Vineland Public Schools, and our senator. I've had some transformational conversations with these stakeholders, and one thing that's common around the thread is that everybody wants to pour back into Vineland. So had some great conversations and great meetings, and just looking forward to continuing to strengthen these partnerships. And I just want to say that thank the Grading Guidelines Committee. We have to ensure that we're always honoring our portrait of a graduate, ensuring that we're shifting the responsibility back to our students so they can become the critical and independent thinkers we need them to be to ensure that they continue to move Vineland forward, and that we create post-secondary outcomes that ensures that our students are aligned to what they want to be in life, not what somebody predicts they want to be. So just excited to start this school year, and just super excited to be here with you guys today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lahara. I echo the sentiments of my fellow board members. Just quickly, I want to share a message from Mrs. Terry Kuhnreich for Dr. Martin. I'm immensely proud to say that I taught you, and I am confident that you will be an extraordinary teacher in my former class. I can't imagine anyone else in teaching this course but you. Best wishes and continued success. I want to just share that for her, from her, Dr. Martin. Congratulations. We have this running joke that it's the year of Dr. Martin. Rossi Teacher of the Year, he got his doctorate. County Teacher of the Year, Big Brother of the Year. This just shows how committed you are, and people will know you by your fruit. So you're committed, very long-winded, but we're very proud of you and everything that you're going to accomplish in our school district. We're excited for the extravaganza tomorrow. Summer quickly flew by. We have another board meeting before the start of school, so we're excited for that. I sent an email yesterday, board members, just going over some norms that you'll see. You'll get complaints about buses and transportation and everything else, schedules and things like that. Forward them to Dr. Lahara's office so he can address them as needed, all right? Nothing further. We're not going to adjourn. We're going to go into executive session for no longer than 45 minutes, come back out, and approve the personnel items on the agenda. Executive session. Thank you. back in session. Thank you for your patience. Dr. Lahar, motions and resolutions.
Absolutely. Discussion and approval regarding personnel item 1.1 and 1.2.
Questions or, where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Question or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Bono? Mr. Fiocchi? Mr. Bono, can I have your vote on 1.1 and 1.2?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Fiocchi?
I need to recuse on employee 13055, yes on remaining items.
Thank you. Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Motion for adjournment?
So moved.
All in favor? Thank you. Have a great night.
Hey, who was,